That shit ski.
Okay, gangsta. History has been made.
Some different shit.
Gangsta. DJ Draw.
I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. Pour me some of that. Pour me some of that.
Oh.
I need a drink.
Please listen to me.
Oh. Oh.
I think this is the first.
Oh.
R&B gangsta grill.
Some different shit.
DJ Draw. These niggas up.
Wait a minute. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. Pour me some of that. Pour me some of that.
This is a DJ Ski exclusive.
Shots, how we ready? Gangsta. Mr. Thanksgiving. Gangsta crazy.
Charlie wanna freak, Charlie wanna chill in the VIP. Okay, 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 okay. Now Charlie wanna wine, have a good time, sip on Patron and party all night. Okay, 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 okay. She don't really know what she about to get into. She don't really know the boy about to get a can up. She don't know the boy's pro at licking in the center. She gon' call me Mr. Olympic once I've been her. I'ma have her screaming till they call the security. Hitting it from the back until they call the security. I told her mama don't trip. I own the club, so we ain't gotta worry about security.
Yo. I'm back.
No problem with taking it off. She ain't got no problem with tearing it off. She ain't got no problem with the boy getting creative. Back of the club hitting that like contagious. I ain't gonna lie, she's so fly.
Hey, chat. Hey. Oh. Look. Sky Zone in the building. Sebo, Miss Hot Pink, Randa Baby, Miss Dixon, and Huff. Hey, I'm picking a new mod today. I got an idea who I wanted to be. I don't know if I want to pick now or later. I don't know. Stop. Hey, Miss Lodi. Sylvia, hey, you in the building. Now I see you. I'm telling you, I got that Kel exclusive. I'm gonna play some stuff today that's gonna go crazy. I got whoa. All right. Shay. All right, let's get into it real quick. Man, I don't know where they get these people from, but last night it was a three-way argument, right? Between Lord Sunshine, how you doing? It was a three-way argument between Hollywood Next, Daboski, and Kevin Terrell. Now, for the little bit that I can listen to, right? You know, I'm trying to stall because I need like 30 more people in here. But for the little bit that I can listen to, it was crazy because Daboski and Kevin just wanted to keep including my name. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Tanya. They wanted to keep including my name. Now, I don't have shit to do with your argument. I don't got shit to do with your situation because I wasn't never part of DHD. You know what I mean? That's their issue, not mine. So if motherfuckers want to keep including my name to try to take the heat off them, that's on them. But stop it. Clout chasing don't look good on you. And I'm gonna say that. And I mean that shit. Stop it. I don't deal with Kevin Terrell or Daboski. I mean, who the fuck are they? Really? Bunch of people who, oh, I'm for R. Kelly, but they dogged R. Kelly behind his back. I don't got time for that shit. Let's get to why I'm here. Let's get to the real reason why I'm here. I just had to address that fuck shit. But that's not why I'm here. So take a look at the screen. This is why I'm here. Them two just make me itch. I'm going to come back with it, but let's look at it. Let's go here. The Ann Donnelly. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all know all this top stuff. Let's begin to read. United States versus Robert Kelly. Dear Judge Donnelly, we respectfully request that you revisit your decision denying Mr. Kelly bail. Doc 61, for one, he has a legitimate health risk that was being secreted from him by the BOP, who failed for the past month to disclose that March testing revealed he is likely diabetic. What I tell you. In addition, the ruling unfairly skews things against Mr. Kelly, completely failing to recognize any of the facts that show, even more so now in the current quarantine environment, that he is neither a serious risk of flight nor a danger to the community. The ruling does not appear to consider whether there are any set of conditions which could reasonably assure the court that he would appear and would not be a danger to the community. We are again asking for release during the pending crisis, given the increased health risks and in an incarcerated situation, i.e., being incarcerated creates its own high risk. Let's go here. Let's get that. Yeah, let's go here. God damn. The court previously noted that the information regarding Mr. Kelly's health and risk factors had not changed or demonstrated he was high risk. Yesterday, during a court-ordered telephone conference with Mr. Kelly, he explained to counsel that he had just been brought the results of medical tests that have been done in March, a month before. The BOP had the results on April 1st, but did not share them with Mr. Kelly until yesterday, April 30th. The information showing he may be high risk was withheld from him and thus could not be shown to or considered by this court. The test reveals that he is 1/10 of 1 point below diabetic, at the very top of the high risk category. It is a fact that people who are diabetic are at a much higher risk for serious complications should they be affected with COVID-19. Then they give the website, the CDC link. Then it says he also suffers from high blood pressure and cholesterol issues. These conditions also make him a higher risk for bridging the 1/10 and having diabetes, and does the fact he's overweight. A copy of the results is attached. In the current environment, they are not taking any medical action to mitigate any of these conditions. They let a month pass before sharing the results. It only makes sense that given the absence of the knowledge on his part or any mitigation, that he is likely now diabetic. And of course, African Americans are at a higher risk when infected with COVID-19. How risky it is within the correctional institution where he is housed is uncertain. The institution itself has either unintentionally miscounted or unintentionally misrepresented the amount of cases they have. The numbers have swung wildly up and down. They have been posting on public website numbers that are significantly lower than prosecutors have announced in court. See Chicago Tribune, wild swing in coronavirus numbers reported at Chicago's federal jail goes unexplained, leaves lawyers skeptical. And that's the link for the Chicago Tribune. Then it says, just days ago, they claimed there were only 6 cases, and now that number is at least 48. The number is also likely understated since many have gone untested. It has been reported that the rates within BOP facilities are artificially low because of the lack of testing, with 70% of those who are tested coming back as positive. See AP report titled "Over 70% of tested inmates in federal prisons have COVID-19." And even though officials have stressed infection and death rates inside prisons are lower compared with outside, new figures provided by the BOP show that out of 2,700 tests system-wide, nearly 2,000 have came back positive, strongly suggesting there are far more COVID-19 cases left uncovered. Here's the link. The simple fact is that it appears that there is a serious spread within the BOP, this institution. The court's opinion refers to curtail capabilities at oversight. If Mr. Kelly were released, it would be in the Northern District of Illinois. To the best of counsel's understanding, no court in this district has denied release because it would be difficult to monitor an individual on bail. Indeed, in the wake of the pandemic, the chief judge for the Northern District of Illinois released a high-ranking gang member who have been held without bail as a danger to the community. Nothing that the world to which he has been released was far different from when he was first arrested. And notwithstanding the fact that he had already pled guilty to his offense. And here's the link again for the Chicago Tribune with the judge and the gang member. Number 3, equally troubling in this court's embrace of a belief that Mr. Kelly is at risk to flee and obstruct justice. Mr. Kelly must also present a serious risk of flight or of obstruction, not any ordinary risk. See 18 USC 3142. That's a case law. Excuse me. A case law of United States versus Friedman. To suggest that he is a serious risk of either, with all due respect, ignores the facts, instead relies upon speculation unsupported at best. As to the former, we have repeatedly pointed out to this court that Mr. Kelly has never missed a court date, either during his prior proceedings, which lasted for years, or during his current state case that preceded his arrest on federal charges. During the earlier state prosecution, Mr. Kelly was allowed to travel out of the country and return. The government keeps claiming that he obstructed justice in that case, implying that is the reason why he prevailed. But the fact is that there was a 3-week trial with dozens of witnesses, including some of the same witnesses that are involved in the federal proceedings now pending. Mr. Kelly was very much at risk of going to jail during those proceedings, and still he showed up. He did not flee when he was charged in state court in 2019. Rather, he turned himself in after he was asked to, and he would have done the same thing here had he been given the opportunity. Further, the government has not presented evidence that Mr. Kelly has any resources to flee. Regardless of what he is receiving in royalties, That does not translate into resources. They cannot point to a single individual that will attest he has ever expressed any desire to flee. They cannot point to a single email or text message. Where would he flee to? How would he go unnoticed? How would he have money to survive? Courts routinely point to it defiant failure to appear a prior proceeding as a reason why they should not be entitled to bail. If that is the case, then the opposite should also be true. That a defendant's appearance, the prior proceedings should count for something. Any suggestion that he would flee also flies in the face of the reality that it is virtually impossible during this pandemic to fly anywhere, let alone to do it surreptitiously. Airports these days are completely deserted. How he could not just walk through an airport undetected or sit on an airplane unnoticed. He does not have a passport. Then they have the business coronavirus hunting photos and all that, airports. Then it says, certainly conditions could be found that would ensure against any risk, including GPS or electronic monitoring, which would give instant notification if he left any premises. The fact that there is no evidence he would flee, and historically he has not, should be contrasted with the speculation that he would obstruct justice. The government has repeatedly cited that factor, and the court has repeatedly embraced it. To deny relief, Mr. Kelly must be present, a serious risk. To deny relief, Mr. Kelly must present a serious risk of obstruction, which I don't think that he do, and I know he don't. Mr. Kelly's past behavior in this case shows that he is unlikely to obstruct justice. One of the alleged Jane Does until recently was Mr. Kelly's girlfriend. Although completely out of the norm, even though she was a supposed victim, she was regularly allowed to visit with him while he was in jail and correspond with him. It appears that during the approximately 6 months she regularly visited with him, corresponded via letters, shared emails, and spoke daily on the telephone with him. No, on the telephone, while he certainly knew that she was one of the Jane Does. He never did a single obstructive thing. Given that she is cooperating with the government, one would think if there was any evidence of obstruction, the government would cite to it. And it has not. Frankly, the idea that Mr. Kelly would now obstruct anyone is folly. The government has disclosed little evidence revealing the substance of their case, but what is known is that individuals are cooperating with the government and have absolutely no contact with Mr. Kelly or anyone associated with him. That is not the case with respect to all of the Jane Does. The government has not disclosed the identity of two. One is his former girlfriend, who is continually on social media along with her parents, and there is no evidence that he or anyone on his behalf has reached out to her. Another is represented by counsel, has sued Mr. Kelly, and has appeared in Surviving R.Kelly 2, telling her story, making it extraordinarily difficult to believe that even if he wanted to, Mr. Kelly could change her narrative. Another is deceased. Another is deceased, and he has not had contact with the others, if ever, for more than a decade. As for the now former girlfriend, she was still his girlfriend when he was arrested in this case. And although the norm is not to allow a federal criminal defendant to have any contact with witnesses in the case against them, she was allowed to have special visits by the government, with him while he was in the federal jail. They regularly communicated by phone and email. He knew that she was one of the Jane Does. There is no evidence he ever tried to obstruct or influence with respect to her. Portion of the indictment. If he did not try to obstruct or influence his girlfriend, then how is it at all credible that he would do it to someone else in the future, which is where the focus is required to be. Lastly, they put a long one in the day. Lastly, it should be noted that the two co-defendants in the Northern District of Illinois, including the supposed mastermind, were both released on bail without objection. These co-defendants have the same criminal history as Mr. Kelly, face similar charges, and have far more money. To the point, the law speaks to the future, i.e., a serious risk that such person will, not that they have been. See 18 USC 3142, Section 2, Code B. Regardless of the past, any evidence or concern of future obstruction is unsupported, notwithstanding years of rumors that Mr. Kelly was being investigated, television shows dragging him through the mud, and the filing of serious charges either this year in Illinois State Court. The government cannot identify any instances where Mr. Kelly has tried to influence, intimidate, or tamper with a single witness or potential witness to obstruct any current prosecution. What is most troubling from the defense's perspective is that this court accepts the allegations regarding obstruction as true and as evidence that he would obstruct now if released, but completely discounts the factual and historical evidence of appearance. Accordingly, we ask that you reconsider because there are conditions that can be fashioned during this pandemic. Mr. Kelly is presumed innocent. His case is defensible, and he does not have any criminal record. Even when the government has satisfied its burden, detention should be ordered only if no condition or combination of conditions can be reasonably assured that the defendant's presence and the safety of the community. The question is whether there are any conditions that will permit release. Here, conditions can easily be fashioned. He can have restricted internet access and be required to wear an electronic monitoring bracelet. He can be denied a cell phone. Further, now that different jurisdictions are involved in prosecuting Mr. Kelly, it is safe to assume that any witnesses that Mr. Kelly would attempt to intimidate would immediately call whatever law enforcement arm has been working with them as part of these prosecutions. In this case, any alleged potential risk that could conceivably exist can be sufficiently addressed through detailed conditions of release. Thank you again for your consideration. Respectfully submitted, Steve Greenberg on behalf of Mr. Kelly. And then his stuff has been blanked out, but this is his medical situation, which I'm glad has been blanked out. Wow. This is high. 280 over 200, that's high. 59 over, borderline. This is high. This is definitely high. This is blatantly high. So there we have it. We got the motion in. That's a serious motion. Very serious motion. Yes, it was submitted today. That was submitted today. I think y'all new folks that came in as joining. I want to say that definitely we got to keep Rob in prayer, and we got to continue pressing, doing the right thing. I do want to say, Sylvia, good work. Good work. Good work. I want to say Pollock is going to respond because Donnelly is not on the case anymore. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I would presume. Now, Donnelly might, but you know, but Sylvia, good work on the links. I do want to say that. We getting work done over here. We not just sitting back on a computer talking trash and pulling y'all legs. We actually doing what we doing. We double dutying. We in the front of the camera and we behind the scenes. Bless one. That's what we pushing for. Do no negative. Don't listen because the devil is floating. Stay focused on it. Hey, Melissa, you know that's all I do, man. You know, I don't pay that dumb shit no attention. When will we know if this motion worked? Bridget, the same time everybody else know when a judge respond. And trust me, 9 times out of 10, I'll be the first one coming back with it. If not the first one, I'll be the one coming back with some truth and real and showing you everything. Like I say, the links is crazy. I'm not sure, bless one. I don't want to add nothing to the sauce. I was just told that she's not on the case no more, supposedly. That's what I was told. I said, bro, you are one of the most hilarious, man. Mama Mary in the building. I don't see her though. Where's she at? Of course, I thank Sylvia for everything. Even though Sylvia get on my nerves sometimes and I get on hers. But we're a team. We ain't going nowhere. God, we'll turn this thing around. Yeah. But you know what I'm gonna do? I want to play another exclusive. I want to play the original Echo. I want to play the original Echo. A lot of y'all haven't heard it. Check my text message. All right, I will when I get off here.
Crazy, sexy, cool charisma. Let me know what it do. What is it? I'm ready to get down with the business. Making all these sexual sounds in the kitchen. Cooking up that good love. I've been missing. Don't just bring the hope, but take a push me to the limit.
I don't care about that shit.
Nobody's my table. We can do this all night. I'm willing and able. Let me make your body echo, echo. I'ma make your body echo, echo. Shorty, this is freaky and nasty, just how I like it. Oh, you know it's freaky and nasty, just how I like it. We like in the booth like it's the very last time. You throwing it back like it's the very last time. I'm giving your body pleasure. Let's be knocking those like it's the very last time. It's orgasmic. What we doing, girl, it's orgasmic. The way you do me, girl, be knocking the boots like it's the very last time. You throwing it back like it's the very last time.
Sierra.
Watch how it's rain. Get you screaming ooh in the background.
Thank you, Bridget.
Let me pull you in while you're grabbing my waist. Let me show you how I'm making good love taste. Listen to my body, echo, echo. Boy, you make my body echo, echo. Oh, you know this freaky and nasty, just how I like it. Give it to
That's right, Melissa. He coming out hard. That junk lit. Yes, sir. This joint hot. Shout out to the firm and everything they do. We eat, sleep, breathe. Robert Sylvester Kelly. What's up, BJ? Randa Baby in the house. From the bathroom to the kitchen floor, yeah. If you want it, you can get it all, yeah. We in the mirror, beat the visual, oh. From the headboard to the wall, yeah. From the bathroom to the kitchen floor, yeah. If you want it, you can get it all, yeah. We in the mirror, beat the visual, oh. We look in the booth like it's the very last time. You go in and check like it's the very last time. I'm giving your body pleasure and change. Hey. For all the people that was in here, I thank y'all for coming. Thanks, Brenton. Thanks, Brenton Knight, for the donation. Telling you, I'm gonna give y'all that, and I'm gonna give y'all one of my favorites that I've been known to love. Let me see. Where the song at? I got so much on here. Let me see. Y'all heard that. Y'all haven't heard all of these, but here you go. It's okay. You wanna hit the club and move on right. And it's okay if you got a little to drink and you're feeling nice. Oh yeah. You see, cause there ain't nothing wrong with having a good time. Yeah. Besides, you need a little break from the 9 to 5. Yeah. Tonight is the night to let your hair down and be happy and free. I'm talking about joyful people. Thank you, Miss Monica, for the donation. I'm talking about joy, wonderful people. So much love in the atmosphere, nothing but joy going on in here. It's okay if you wanna let yourself go and live. Yeah, oh yeah, it's okay if you want your own section to celebrate with your friends. Yeah, it's alright because you see there ain't nothing wrong with having a good time. Besides, you need a little break from the 9 to 5. See, tonight is the night to let your hair down and be happy and free. I'm talking about joyful people. Leave our troubles and worries behind. Have a drink and have a good time. Joyful. Thanks, blessed one. I stayed in the YouTube suburbs, left all my people. Me, Sky Zone, Bremen, Levi. That's facts. Thank you, Miss Dixon, for the donation. Hey, Tammy, as soon as I can, I will. Thank you, Passionately Gangster, for the donation. Hey. Joyful people. That's all it's over here. Joyful people. I'm gonna go here. You hear that?
I'm so sorry for his mess ups and all the things he took you through. Cause he must be better with his bullshit and all the things he do. Need to teach you a lesson, show him just how much you want. You decided you're in the dirt to take your ass to the club and flirt. I've been to
Thank y'all so much for supporting. Thank y'all so much for believing in me. Thank y'all so much for believing in the firm. Because together, I thank y'all for the cash apps. Thank you, Melissa. Everything is very well appreciated. Yeah, we still having a baby shower for Prima Donna. We still doing it. Thank you so much, Nakia. Hey, Nakia. Hey, Sky, I'm going to call you today. Listen what R. Kelly got to say. Listen to this.
I love the Bone Master. I'm sing this song. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna talk through this. But I'm gonna talk on notes. But what I'm gonna be saying is the realest. Listen. First, I pop open a can of Red Bull. Mix it with some Bell and pour it all over you. Once I get your body tweaking, girl, drop to my knees and then I'll proceed on this mission to drive you wild. Break out all the candles of the night time. I can feel you scratching my back while I'm on top. Damn girl, said you know the sex is good when we're making no spaces. And you know the sex is good when we're going on, baby. And you know the sex
Thanks,
is
Ern.
good when your body's hot and fast. Toes curling, screaming up, son of a bitch. Said you know the sex is good when we're coming for the fourth time. You know the sex is good when you can't get it off your mind. And you know the sex is good when you tell your best friend. The moon was steaming, I was screaming, son of a bitch. Now 2 hours later, we're still going at it. Girls from the basement all the way into the attic. Tease you up until you tell me, girl, I wanna grab it. And that's when I'm gonna get you over, girl, and let you have it. Since you know the sex is good, since you know the sex is good, since you know the sex is good, going on, baby.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Your #1 site for new
Hey,
music.
let's go. Let's go.
Everything that you and you need is the language of love. Let your heart beat.
Uh-huh.
Let you and you need is the language of love.
You bought a camera? Okay, we got a lot of film. Let's do it. I'll be home soon.
Your expressions, I say what I want to hear. Now, baby, will you stand now? Let's go to the special place you always take me to. This ain't no, I'm whispering inside your ear. Got you feeling butterfly. Cause you're anticipating the things I'm gonna do to you. That's sign #1 is for me. Like that song in the club. She's putting her hands, she wants me to start calling. You know what I hear you say. Baby, don't stay. Let your body tell me.
NBExclusive.com. Lady GS, grown sexy. Your #1 site for new music.
Ladies, let's see if y'all can handle this right here. Ladies, this for you. This for you. Kills. Love you back, love me. Great to see you, love me. I miss you. Oh. All right, Sky. Wow, bless one. Baby.
Searching for lovely wife. I'm the romantic type. I like to hold you close all night. Let's pour some wine.
That course.
Let's make the most of our time together. No fuss, no fight. Just sweet love, making back, breaking room, shaking, earthquaking, no mistaking, rare and real, no imitating. It's just remarkable. Your barriers, your walls, your halls, it's just unstoppable. Your flavor tropical, hurt me, send me to hospitals, work me until the job is through. Your chocolate lie so powerful, boom. A healthy love life, a healthy love life. Let's make love tonight, all night. I love you like my wife. Send your ass to paradise. We could be naughty or nice. So come on over and just say it. Baby girl, I just wanna hear, and I don't mind if you see.
Where? On my face. Can't throw your dominant swine. I feel you, blessed one. You can't throw your dominant swine. I feel that. I got one for you. I got one for you.
Money in the building. Ladies, it's the remix, Professor. Girl, it's your birthday. Girl, it's your birthday. That bitch in the club on defense, but you brought your A game too. And I'ma give you heaven if you leave with me, shawty. I wanna be your present. Girl, unwrap me. Say goodbye to these guys and hello to my rise. Gonna get us where we need to go. My crib, shorty, let me show you how I live. My crib, so come with me, don't miss out on your gift. Bust out a cake, ha ha ha, you must be joking. But I tell you what, baby girl, I'ma bust that. Gonna give you a back rub, you hop in my hot
Oh, you got one coming up in the can? Okay.
Just screaming on it hurts, yeah. But you gotta admit it, quench your thirst, yeah. Girl, you know I beat it up, remix this style, beat it up, ooh, I cannot wait to January 8th. You know why? Because I'm gonna get some birthday sex, birthday sex, take a shot, let's take a shot, birthday sex, birthday sex, let's take a shot, girl. It's your birthday, so I know you want to ride out. Even if we only go to my house, sit more easy as we sit up on my couch. Feels good, but I know you want to cry. She say, pace on, my shades on, you right, pace on, my shades on, yeah, she's rolling, I throw it, get paid, shades on.
All day. Okay, Doris.
Yeah, I started off with one. Now I'm going these hard. She's tired of travel. She's working on that boat. Got me going right away. This my cousin club. Man, how the fuck how you gonna tell me I can't get in? This my cousin club, nigga. Chaos, y'all. Juvenile. We in the club walking around looking for them rodeo chicks. Where you at? Come on. See some rodeo show. On me. See some rodeo show. Girl, let's take it away. 6 in the morning, on the way. 6 in the morning. Now that's girl, bring it up now. Put your hands up and wave them all now. The way you talking that, I give you 10, girl. Keep on, you gon' fuck around and win, girl. I'm in the back of the Patron, this is something love. I ain't stopping till I see the sun come up. Nigga tripping up that good. And I'm other sexy chicks from the hood. I'm staring at you, shine. But I'm telling you, I wish a nigga would. Girl, we can call out, we can mile out. Get to my crib, have sex, crash out. Wake up in the afternoon sometime. With the way you did the rodeo on my mind. See through some rodeo show. Me, put that on me. See through some rodeo show. Girl, let's take it all the way. 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning. Do the rodeo. 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 on that show.
I'll be representing. I'll be representing.
Yeah, you represent for bad women all around the world. The way you put it down in between the sheets is like no other girl. You done took it to a whole nother level of prettiness when you blow my mind. To the point where all the other women kind of feeling like you stole their shine. So I better come with it.
Hey, Natalie.
Come speed it. And I can feel that I'm feeling a little pressure when you're telling me I better come get it. But I'm the man for the G.O. Can't nobody do it quite like I do. And the same go for you. We a match made in heaven. I'ma stand right by you. Why you saying?
Wanna keep my attention back.
Yeah. All right.
It turns me on to know I turn you on. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I grab the wheel and drive you crazy?
Thank you, Georgia girl. I appreciate the donation. I'm good. Yeah, everything fine, Natalie.
Move over, Kale's in the building, aka Rover, dogs in the building. Keep them panties leaking from their legs to the floor. See, you are just a tenant, bitch. I'm the fucking landlord. Dun, I ain't got no love for. I just like so good, she be screaming encore. Do the Kale remix going hardcore. Keep fucking around, we gon' do a world tour. I'm running on sleep, 24/8, like I'm in a dream. Step on the way, she go for breakfast. Yeah, my life is great. Y'all niggas be pausing, now don't hesitate. Oh man, he's nothing. I'm original, he a copy. I'm Fonzie, he's Tossy. Man, Joe is sloppy. Omni, call me Coffee. Better yet, call me Rocky. Just to beat that pussy up, like we fighting hockey.
Get on that thing. And represent. Get on that thing.
Watch out, put it down. I'll be representing. I'll be representing. Watch out, put it down.
Here's the story.
Welcome to a day.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa Williams, thank you for the donation.
It's 9 o'clock, the a.m. I get out of bed, make some coffee for him. I take a shower, then fix some breakfast. But he don't eat, just sitting there reading the paper. I tried to talk to him, but he did not much to say. Then I threw some bread at him, but he did not want to play. Even did that dance I know he loved to see me do. If I were the sky, he never know that I was blue. His phone rings, he looks at me and says, excuse me. Walks in the room as if he didn't even know me. He comes back out with a smirk on his face, putting on his clothes. I'm like, can we do something today? He says, I got a meeting, it's important, I can't break it. I said, but baby, please, he cut me off, said I can't make it. He runs out the door, pulls out the driveway, but he left his suitcase. I check the phone, I check the call, I check the home, I check the car.
Yes, Grown Sexy, your #1 site for new music.
I want his answers only because I checked. Wouldn't have done it if he wasn't so ambitious, but he gave me every reason to be suspicious. Like I'll call his phone, like, and he'll pick up, like hang right back up and call right back and say what's up. I'm contemplating, should I open his closet door? Probable cause, like open his closet door. See what I can find, and if he's cheating on me, first I check his pockets from his suitcase and his jeans. It's 6:30, I hear him walking in the house. I turn the TV on and hop up on the couch. He comes Says I got a meeting, it's important, I can't break it. I said, but baby, please, he cut me off, said I can't take it. Then leaves me again, it breaks my heart, and then he dropped the car.
Thank you so much, Adrian. Angie Walker, hey.
The home in the car, and he's a liar. Broke the code and read the text. I'm so glad I placed that bet. I want his answers don't because I checked. Yeah, what up? What's good? What you doing here? I need a favor, and I'm ready. Please come back here. Baby, I got other plans, but if you just give me a chance to talk to you and let you know that I'm going through with your man.
Nisi, hey.
Baby girl, I done heard it all before. Yeah, I'm Superman, but I ain't saving you no more. Now you remember the last time you were proven wrong. Yeah, but only this time he forgot his phone. That's his, yeah.
Branda Baby in the building.
Move over, let me in. I'll try.
What up, Angie?
So why me? Because you're his twin brother, and you know all his tricks. Yes, so we're twins, but you know we so damn opposite. Plus I ain't seen that conceited Negro in 3 years. But you still look just like a friend, just like, look, I just wanna know who this bitch is. So holler at me, tell me what you want me to do. Shave, call the star.
Marshall, what up, bro?
Are you sure? Look, I'm sure. Come correct. Baby girl, you better be right.
Sebo, you right. Hits for years. My Cash App, $D, be more actor. I'm about to post it.
I'm so glad I placed that down. His answers don't because I checked.
Thank you, Miss Belinda. Oh my God, that's even wrong. What am I doing? I need to post the right one. That's it. That's it. What else can I hit y'all with before I do this real quick? You know what? I'm gonna do a Make It Rain throwback. Come on, Kels.
You wanna see some ass? I wanna see some cash. Keep them dollars coming.
Y'all ain't know Kels did this, did y'all?
You wanna see me tip, and I wanna see you strip. Make that pussy. Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drip.
Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drip.
Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drip.
Make it clap, bitch. Crying in this corner, like it ain't no rule. Got me on your camera phone while I'm fucked up like that goose. I'ma stand up on these couches, watching. Let these bitches know I got a big
Okay, Doris.
I don't give a damn, I'm getting fucked up tonight. Let these bitches know it's gonna be waste off tonight. I'm gonna buy that ass, I'm gonna ride that rock. Pineapple cranberry, mama, try that. She going out so fast, I can't even catch it. No slow motion, so I can make it rain. Man, try to cut my flow, but it's too fast for your brain. And them haters trying to catch me, but my phone be switching lanes. Shoot my phone and hypnotize it like I'm on the range. And the purples never catch me, cause my flow is on the plane. Team did me, y'all know that's much respect. The motherfuckers who let me shit, I ain't even know the jack. Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drink.
Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drink.
Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drink.
Make it clap, bitch. That's what I hope be screaming. Blang, blang. That's what my dad be claiming. Pain in this thing, throwing cash like a peg. And I pop me some champagne, smack her ass, then I laugh. Money ain't a thing, bitch. Don't shake that ass, ain't no shame, ain't no game, bitch. Take me to the crib and knock your pussy out the frame, bitch. Make it rain, bitch. What's that shit you saying, bitch?
You wanna see some ass?
Yeah.
I wanna see some cash. Keep them dollars coming, and that's gonna make me dance.
You wanna see me tip? Well, I wanna see you strip. With the cushion. You really want them hips. Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drink.
Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drink.
Make it clap, bitch.
Make it rain, drink.
Make it clap, bitch. Make it rain, bitch. I'ma make it rain. I'ma make it rain, bitch. I'ma make it rain. I'ma make it rain, bitch. I'ma make it rain. I'ma make it rain, bitch. I'ma make it rain. She coming down the road like she on that motherfucker. Soon as this hit club flow, I'ma be on that motherfucker. I ain't gotta rain tonight, cause she wanna be with you. Need somewhere to stay tonight, Maybach is a hotel.
Make it rain, drink.
Don't you be on that bullshit. Take that holding on, bitch. Yo, I ain't giving you shit. Make it clap. Make it clap. Make it clap. Make it clap.
Okay. Who is it? Who? Why we going on? It broke in. Huh? It broke in. Why? For change now. Where? Up front, on the back end. Are you serious? Dead ass serious. When? Just about 20 minutes ago. I'm not going there. Y'all niggas know how I'm getting again? Chain laying on the ground. Who the fuck hit it? I don't know. I just came in and I was going back out. I split card went right back out. When I came back out, it was stuck. Like it went over all the way up. So I got out. Look, chain laying on the ground. Snap. I'm going with it. God damn. Man. Lord. I'm thankful for my partners that hit me up to let me know what's going on. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, what's going on? I'm going to say this real quick because I got to get ready to go to work. I will be back at 7 o'clock. I'm going to address something. And when I address it, I'm going to address it for this last time, not to address it anymore. All right? So I'm about to get ready to get up off here, go to work. I holler at y'all. We about to have some fun. All right, peace. Close all these tabs out. And this